This is an example of a trend where it's interesting to see space used more efficiently. So instead of having a hollow core door, you can now move air through the door, similar to other ways of using space, as in a Murphy bed, etc.
So we, Episcore, we build robots to 3D print full-scale concrete houses. So we basically a construction technology company that try to figure out how to help home builders to increase productivity, build at lower cost, and ultimately, this is the big problem that we try to address, is how to reduce reliance on the skilled labor, which is getting more and more expensive and hard to find. So we found that robotics and concrete additive technologies going to be a very good answer to that. So we've been really busy to try to crack the code for this approach to really make some revolution in the construction industry, and again, empower home builders with the right tool so they can actually tackle all of the problems with the construction industry today.
I've seen videos where there's only a couple people on site when this is happening. Mm-hmm. So that seems to be like revolutionary in itself.
Yeah, exactly. And this is kind of like the tricky part about what you see online about these solutions. So when you actually print a house, it's really like a boring process. You don't need people running around. But what happens when you need to install the printer and when you need to relocate the printer or like equipment to another construction site? So this is the most important line in your budget that you really want to know, right? And this is where we come to all of the different approaches that happens today in the construction 3D printing industry. There are several solutions like the machinery, right? The robots that used, they all extrude concrete, right? They all build walls. But some of the solutions are really big and gantry and bulky, and operationally wise, they just very expensive to transport, to install, and to operate. Sometimes it can take like even 10 or 15 people just to install the gantry or like a big machinery on site. And like the question is like, are we saving money or what are we actually doing? So we decided to take really like a different approach and really think about the machinery itself, or like the robots. The robot itself has to be very compact, mobile, and without creating extra cost, time, and labor needed to do that. Really like a half hour needed to deploy the robots. You need like a pickup truck and trailer and one person to set up and mobilize the work on site. So this is all of the cost before and after printing that typically kind of like left out of equation, but it's very critical to know, because like this is something that like it makes sense for this particular product or like a design of the robot or not. So we're really about the mobility and how to make it scalable and really like it without creating more cost just to operate and bring the machine on site. Yeah, when you work with people, they just really can go to another site really quickly. They only need to take the tools and the materials. So yeah, that's basically the same approach. So if something looks really like a cool and it looks like it's automation, it doesn't mean that you actually have to do this, right? You all the time need to think about the scalability perspective and about the operational cost and what the amortization cost of this machine per house, right? So yeah, this is something that I think more companies need to think about if they really want to bring automation and new tools and new technologies into the construction space.
But not only do you guys have a big following, you got an awesome product. They make codes cool. I'm going to tell you how.
Yeah, so we've in essence digitalized the spec book. So if you're familiar with building, which all of you are, you've probably seen something like this on the job site. It's your spec book that's filled with paper files that are used by those trades to finish the homes. They go missing, they get dirty, they're always outdated. So what we've done is we've moved everything to a QR code, and now it's all digitally based. So those trades on the job site, they just pull out their cell phone, scan the QR code, and they have access to everything they need, every house or every project in the house or every file, and they're always up to date. So
basement, bath, bedroom, bunk room, it's just up there, and they click on it and they know what their QR.
Exactly. And once they're in, they don't need to find another QR code. It's all web-based, so you can send a link by a text message. Once you're into one of those QR codes, you have access to every file for the whole house.
When I sign up, do I get this in the mail?
You absolutely can have a fire starter.
It says Spec Book Fire Starter Kit. So this is how you burn the code book and you turn digital. Man, you know how many times I had to sit there and argue with a building inspector back in the day? That's not the code, you know. And now we can just type it in, is what you're saying. You can find the code right off there.
Well, it's more for the specs for the house that's being built. So all of the design files, the appliance files, all that stuff, and you can put your codes files in there, your SWIFT files.
Well, that's what it is. When you think about exhaust fans on different appliances, they're all different lengths, turns, what you're allowed to do. That has all the codes already built in it, so I just search it. It's there.
It's in there, ready to go.
You don't have to worry about it. So if people want to get involved and use this, what's the process there? What are the fees? Is it affordable? Can I use it as a small builder, big builder? How does it work?
Absolutely. So we have 3 different tiers. You go to jobsitecodes.com, go into our pricing section.
Right.
We have a single homeowner builder plan that's in essence for your single homeowner builders. It's a one single license, one project. The next one's our build plan. It's for 5 admin licenses. That gets you unlimited projects. You can build as many as you want and just 5 admins. Our pro plan gives you 10 licenses. So if you're a little bit bigger, you get access to those 10 licenses, and that's to update and change files. And we can create custom enterprise plans as well. If you're bigger and you have a lot of PMs out there that need to have access on this, as many trades can scan this as you want. So there's no license restrictions on the actual files for viewing. It's only for uploading. So if you're a small builder, we have an affordable tier for you, no problem.
You guys are builders too. Like you're living and breathing it. Stephanie does, right?
Stephanie's a builder, yeah. Definitely have a builder that's part of it. I come from Med Device, and Shalom, my partner, comes from software. So we worked with the community and said, hey, what do you guys want us to build? And you guys spoke, so here it is.
How do they get a hold of you?
Find me at steve@jobsitecodes.com.
Jobsitecodes.com. Steve, thank you so much, man. Congratulations on this morning. You guys did an excellent job.
Thank you.
So, nice to meet you.